Welcome back to the KickNPost YouTube channel. It's your boy Amal Thompson. We got Kris Perry back. What's good, Kris?
I'm back. That's what's good. Y'all see the new
Yes.
scenery, the new drop box? Oh, ooh. Backdrop? This is my place. This is my space. This is
Let's
my
go.
room. We locked in.
Okay. He's
Ain't no
back.
more
He's
closet. You see
back.
that? Ain't no more closets. I'm out the
No
closet.
more closets.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Huh?
Let's get it.
We talking AFC, man. And
Yes, sir.
usually when it comes to the playoffs, I ain't got much room to talk. But
You punched your ticket
some
this
of
year, though.
us some of us win our divisions in this thing. You know what I mean? Some of us are AFC South winners. Some of us are AFC North winners,
Yeah,
Just
man. I
saying.
mean, I'm used to
Winner's
this. I
circle.
expected this, but how do you feel personally? Because was it expected for you?
Uh I'm not gonna lie. If you remember when we were doing our weekly reviews
I
of
do.
the NFL highlights, I got a little bit hyped after we beat the Chargers, and I said, "Yo, we're gonna win the AFC South. It's our time." And then we kind of faltered after that Chargers win, but we're back.
Yeah.
The boys believed, even when I lost faith. The boys believed. We made a
Yes, sir.
run, and the Titans started showing who they really are. They did lose some
What?
pieces. I'm not gonna lie. They dealt with some injuries, but we did our thing. We did our thing. So I'm feeling good,
Okay.
and almost like it was meant to happen. The team that we beat, that gave me the confidence we could win the division, we're back.
Yeah, I
Jags
mean, to go
Chargers.
from the number one overall pick, and I don't mean this in any bad way, but you guys didn't
Yeah,
have the best number one overall pick this year. Like, he wasn't like the flat out best rookie this year. He did good, but
he
like
balled. Yeah,
to add that on and then win your division to this is like the start of your dynasty almost, because you have all your pieces you put
yes,
together. It's
sir.
looking good. It seems like it's going together. So it's like this is exciting, at least for I don't know for you, especially for me. So a lot of
It's exciting for me.
this year was a lot of comparison to like Cincinnati and how they were built, and it's like I wouldn't agree to that extent, but it is
No,
heading
it's
in
not
that
that
way.
level. It's nowhere
I,
close to
I
that
do
level.
think you
But
guys, I said this when Cincinnati was down. I said we're one piece away from a Super Bowl. I think you guys are not one piece, but like two. Like you just need, I don't want to say you need one piece on offense. I do think ETN is that guy, but you need that one guy on defense that's that just holds it down. That just is the identity that is a Jacksonville
don't
Jaguar.
do not forget we got the boy off FanDuel. We got Ridley coming next year.
Oh,
So like
I ain't forget. I ain't
it's
forget.
about to get real. It's about to get real for the
But
AFC South. All the teams down there are still kind of struggling to find their identity now. It's
yeah,
it's time. This is a time we could really make a run in there. But it
yeah,
starts with
but
the Chargers this weekend.
exactly. How do you feel about that?
I like our chances. Obviously, we beat them earlier in the year. You had Herbert with hurt ribs. There wasn't any Keenan Allen. Mike Williams was banged up. Their offensive line was even more banged up. Rashawn
Yeah.
Slater was out. It's saying that he might be back for this game.
Ooh.
Even if he is back, I think he'll be dealing with some rust. But I like our chances, man. We're at home. We'll have the energy of Duval out there. I'm riding
Yeah.
with the boys. I think we'll be able to shock the world. And it's not in terms of like gambling, which, gamble responsibly. But in
Yeah.
terms of like money lines and stuff like that, it's almost an even pick 'em. So like
Yeah, it is.
even everybody's expecting the game to be somewhat close. But I'm riding with my boys. I think we'll be able to pull it out. I think Herbert will be able to get off. We'll be able to, stifle Eckler a bit. Our run defense has been pretty solid. Pass defense has been improving throughout the year. But why you giggling at me? You don't think the run defense has been pretty solid?
I know the run defense has been solid, but Austin Eckler is him. Like I'm
Yeah,
tired of sleeping. Like he's him. Like he's one of two. Like
Ye-
he's one of two
he's
at
like
this point.
that.
So
He's
and
like
then
that.
to go beside that, Keenan Allen's back, bro. Like have you been watching football?
Yeah, he's been solid. He's been great. He's been great. I
Great,
know you're trying to talk me out. It feels like you're
great.
trying to talk me out of this pick, but you don't realize I'm
I'm
in a
not trying to talk
Jags
you out of
jacket
it.
right
I'm
now.
just bringing the facts
My
to
whole
your
background
forefront.
teal.
Yeah,
My
because
whole
you got like
background
this.
teal.
You got this fandom. You got like the future. It's all in front of you. No problem.
Yeah.
But look at the facts. Not only do they have those two, you know a man named Boza, comma Joey?
Is he even healthy? Is he ever healthy?
Yeah. Yeah, he just came back like last week, I think.
Oh man,
Perfect timing.
he's a scary guy. He's a pretty
He is
scary
scary
guy.
guy. You know who else is scary?
Khalil Mack. He's a little bit scary too.
You know who's scarier than both of those?
Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne is scarier than both of those. The last time we played him, we didn't even allow Travis to get off. We were out here running James Robinson and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I do think you guys have the best matchup, like football-wise, for the weekend. I do think the Jags-Chargers game is going to be the game of the week.
You mean like that? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good from both sides. Chargers still got flaws, don't get me wrong. They got more stars for sure. But like you said, they haven't been playing together all year. They're still piecing it together. Keenan Allen just came back 2 weeks. Mike Will might not play. He got injured last week. So if I had to pick a side, or not if I had to, I'm definitely betting on the Chargers, just so you know. That's in my parlay. But it's going to be the best game of the weekend. That's what I'm really happy and really excited about. It's
just hurt my chest with that one.
It's just facts.
Definitely in your parlay. I'm sorry you wanted to break your parlay that early in the weekend.
Well, it's not even that. It's that I liked Jacksonville a lot last week, and I thought they were going to come out strong, come out hot, and they didn't. T-Law missed a couple wide open throws. You didn't finish a couple times in the red zone. Y'all should have won by 10-15. You won by 4. I had Jacksonville minus 5.5 and lost all my money, and that's because of me. I believed in the boys too much, and now I'm coming back to reality, and I got the Chargers. So
that's fine. I'm gonna let you ride with that, but if I feel like getting real saucy with it, I might cook up a just straight Jags ML and have fun watching the game.
I mean, if you want to get back at me,
weekend.
Yeah, definitely best matchup of the weekend. But if you did want to get back at me betting-wise, you can bet on the Ravens against the Bengals.
Come on.
Hurt me a little
let's
bit.
Be real. Look, so Lamar is expected to play, but based on the injury that he suffered, I don't expect Lamar to be Lamar.
Yeah, pocket passer Lamar, give me
Lamar. I was about to say I love Lamar, but we're still not in a situation where if you take away that dual threat, he still challenges you enough with the arm. And let's say he did figure out the pocket passing. Mark Andrews and what else?
No, Mark
Who else
Andrews,
is he throwing
period.
the ball to? So
Mark Andrews. End of story.
It's another year where we're talking about, did they find him a receiver? I think Rashad Bateman was that guy, and then he got hurt. Rashad Bateman was showing out a little bit, and then he got hurt. We have J.K. Dobbins, who's probably at 85% now, still not 100%. It just looks rough. Obviously, the defense has gotten a lot better. So they do have that to hang their hat on. They just paid Roquan Smith, what was it, 5 years, $100 million? So the defense did improve a ton. But when you look at the offensive side, they will not be able to put up much points. I don't think they have anybody to really challenge the Bengals defense.
They don't.
We're talking parlays. I got Bengals minus 6.5 in about 2 parlays already. I just don't like the matchup, especially with him coming off of, even if he was healthy, I don't like Lamar when he's not on a hot streak. To put Lamar cold to run that offense, I think is bad news as well. So even though it would be fun to talk smack.
Come on.
It'd be fun to talk smack, but I don't think it's going to be like that.
But yeah, it's not even the fact that he's Lamar. It's that any professional athlete that's been so much time out of their sport due to injury, he hasn't even been practicing. And you think he's going to step into a matchup where a team is just coming off playing phenomenal for the past month now. It's been a while now. We're on all 4 years. I've never seen Cincinnati at this level for a good amount of time, because we saw it towards the end of last year's playoffs, but even going into the playoffs last year, we were heating up. We're past that point now. We hot. That's a lot to ask for from Lamar. And he'll do what he has to do, but like you said, who else is going to do what they have to do? Mark Andrews? Okay, who else?
Sammy Watkins, DeMarcus Robinson, James Prochet, Devin Duvernay. Duvernay's hurt too, actually. He's not even there.
Yeah, so it's
just a really ugly receiving core in general.
It's the same issue Ravens have all year. The same issue we mentioned at the beginning of the year. Got to make it to the end of the year. Injuries are part of your culture at this point. It's been 3 years now. So you got to dig a little deeper and figure out how do we eradicate this, because it's no longer a coincidence. It can't be, So
yeah, I mean, they're going to have to figure it out without Lamar going forward, because I got Lamar rocking white and teal next year. So
here we go. Okay, so white and teal, that's the Dolphins starting who against the Bills this week?
Skylar Thompson.
Who?
This would been this would be a way more fun conversation if Tua wasn't, getting.
But that's the thing. I still like
week, but
the Dolphins' chances. Like they're already low with Tua. They're a little bit lower.
Here we go.
A lot a bit lower with Skyler.
Stop it.
But we've seen the Bills
Stop
play the
it.
Dolphins this year already. Like the
Stop
Bills aren't anything special. I'm sorry. Like
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it.
the defense can win
You
this
need
game.
help.
The
You need
defense
help.
can win this game.
You can't see what you saw last week from Skylar Thompson and be like, oh, yeah, with Tua, it's not that much different. Come on now.
You can't. Can you see what
Don't
you
be
saw
disrespectful.
from the Bills from the first half? Like if you put Tyreek Hill on that Patriots team, they might win that game next week or last week. Like I'm just saying, the defense can put Skyler in a position to, like you saw last week, knock down 3 points, or better yet, sneak a touchdown from Tyreek. You can sneak a touchdown from Waddle. Like have the Bills scored over 20 points against the Dolphins? I think they played twice. The first time they scored 19 with an L.
Second
I want to
time they
say.
did score over 20.
Okay, but I'm like, okay, I'll give them that. But at the same time, it's like I'll be surprised, but not too surprised, because that defense is they got playmakers that can
If
save the game.
Skylar Thompson beats them, not only would I be surprised, like, that's not even second string. That's third string. And I watched this
Right.
man not be able to put up more than 6 points, really, against a Jets team that really...
A Jets defense,
I mean, they have a
that's
solid defense. It is a solid defense, but you had your starters. He just looked ugly. And this isn't the first time this year he's looked ugly. And he's supposed to go into Buffalo and sneak a win? I don't know.
Well, that's
That
the thing.
just-
The Jets' strong suit on defense is their secondary against a team on offense that only have receivers. So that was just a good matchup. You bring him to Buffalo now, it's like Tre'Davious White can't guard both of them. I'm sorry. Micah Hyde only stays on one side of the field. Like
I'm
they're
not sure how
kicker's gonna
healthy
be a rush.
Reek is going into it, too.
That's true. That is
So
true.
that's also a factor. Like, if you make this team one-dimensional with Waddle, I mean, Jeff Wilson's been a good running back for them this year, obviously, but if it's Waddle and Gesicki,
No.
you're
Yeah.
asking for a
GG's.
tall order,
Yeah.
Chris. Come on
Right,
now.
no, too tall of an order. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, with all of those combined, I think the build of the teams going at each other are a lot closer than people think, even with Skyler, And that's the issue with Tua. It's like, bruh has the system. He has a system handed to him that's perfect. And it's like, bruh, y'all should really only have like 3 losses on the year. Like, what are we doing?
But you also have to realize this man is dealing with a lot of trauma. Like, usually we haven't found ourselves in a situation where the quarterback is literally dealing with the repercussions of concussions or being concussed on a week-to-week basis. Like, we don't have like a case study for this before, because I guarantee you a lot of these weeks this man was playing with the after effects of concussions and just out there riding.
Oh, 100%. And you're going to need a 30
So,
for 30
like-
on this later when, like, you see
Yeah.
all the actual impacts years later. And I'm like, okay, maybe we should do something about it. But they're not going to until it's too late. But you're absolutely right. But in today's
'Cause-
age, it's like we can't really factor that, Because if he's suiting up, he's on the field, he's playing. He's healthy. He's healthy, So.
The Green Bay game, I think, is the most telling. He was on
is.
fire before he got concussed. And then everything just went south fast. And I was like, how did this man go from shredding their defense to throwing just really bad reads and interceptions? And then they go back and show the clip where, like, he got concussed. And it's like, sheesh, it really throws the entire timing, how he makes his reads. He probably got confused while he was out there. Like, how many games was he playing with that type of confusion
Right?
and we didn't know,
The most important position. It's like 70% mental, 30% physical. Like, you can have the best arm, the greatest throws. If you can't read a defense, it's not going to matter. It's really not.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So I don't even want to blame him too much. Initially, I wanted to put a lot on him, but I'm looking
Yeah.
back at it now, and it's like you said, there'll be a 30 for 30 where he's going to come out probably, if he could still talk. I'm not even trying to be funny, but, like, if he's still all there and capable, he's going to come out and talk about how he was seeing dots. No, I'm being serious, bro. Like, we saw him literally like rigor mortis on the field.
no, you're right. You're right. I've seen him
So
multiple
like
times.
it's not even
he's a
to be
victim.
funny, bro. Like this could be a year that changes his life forever.
It could.
So,
Yeah. So we will
I don't
find
know.
out.
But to keep it sweet, I know what you're saying. I want to hear none of that. I think Skylar Thompson, it's Bills covering the spread also, which the spread probably went up since we got on camera. and that's been
Oh yeah,
confirmed.
for sure.
So.
I'm definitely betting the Bills with the spread.
Yeah, but
100%.
it was 10.5, I think, before. Or no, yeah, it was plus 10.5, and I had Miami covering plus 10.5. Forget that. It's probably gonna be a 14-point spread now, and I'm staying. Yeah, it's Bills money line, easy.
They don't even have that game up actually on Bovada.
They
So
probably pulled it. They
oh no,
probably
they definitely
pulled
pulled it.
Yeah. So what I got for the weekend? We got Bills, even though you were talking spicy about the Dolphins. Bengals, obviously, and then you say Chargers, but I got Jags.
Yeah, I got them Charger boys. I think they come in hot. They gonna put everybody on the map. Then they were the game out of the playoffs last year. They lost to the Raiders, so this is like their time. Like every year is like the Chargers' year. They're gonna get one win. Everyone's gonna be sold on. I'm like, oh, this is the time. This is the year, and they're gonna get wiped in the next round by the Chiefs. So ain't nothing new.
I was about to say to be kind of on a closeout note, if they spent all the money in the offseason this year and get the defense looking like how it looks right now, and then have the offense that they have right now, and then have the quarterback that's developed into what he is, and lose to an up-and-coming Jags team, there will be people in that organization that'll have to answer questions. And unfortunately, I feel like they're going to start counting down the days of the head coach if you're not able to like turn this money and this talent into, at least Super Bowl contention. Everybody knows that the top end is heavy in the NFL, and it's going to be hard to get that Super Bowl win. You have to go through the Mahomeses of the world. No, you don't love the Bills, but they're going to be there. Obviously, Burrow and those Bengal boys with the infinitely open championship window as long as he's playing.
Yes, sir.
You got to go through the NFC Niners, which we'll get into that in another video. But if they're not able to actually make some noise and make some runs in the playoffs in these upcoming years, heads would roll in that organization. So it'll be interesting to see. But I'm a Jags fan, so we taking the dub this weekend.
And I'm a Bengals fan, and you know what's going down.
Oh, man. I'd like to thank y'all for joining us on this episode of KickNPost AFC Wild Card Weekend Predictions. It's good to have Kris back, bro. It's good to have Kris back.
It feels good. I'm getting back into my routine,
Yes.
It's a new year, and, like, this is what we dreamed about. It's what we worked for right here, so we just got to maximize it. So, really excited.
Big facts. We'll be back with an NFC predictions in the coming, probably, hopefully, days or hours, seeing that it's the same weekend. So, see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Yes, sir.